Hello, my name is Melinda Bartholomew, and I'll be talking today about the digestive system. I have here Mr. Bones, and he has a cracker in his mouth, and I'm going to talk about how this cracker, how it goes through our digestive system, okay? Our digestive system is in the mid cavity of our bodies. It goes through all of our body as we eat something. Starting with the cracker, it goes into our mouth where it's chewed, and then it travels from our mouth down to our esophagus right here. And as it's moving down our esophagus is where it's being churned and broken up. As we're doing that, the cracker then is moving from the esophagus down into the area that's called the small intestine. Now, the small intestine is located in this area here, if you can imagine on the skeleton, okay? And the small intestine comprises of the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. Now here the enzymes are broken down from the cracker, and here it goes into the pancreatic area where the bile is made up, all right? As the food particle digests, it's broken down into the fats and nutrients that we need as it gets disseminated through our bodies, all right? Now in the pancreatic area, which is on this side, is where the food that we eat here is broken down, and it's made into proteins and nutrients, and it disseminates to make fats, okay? Also on this side, we have the liver. In the liver is where we have the secretion of our bile, all right? And in this process, we get our blood purified, all right? And it gets cleansed. As we move down to this side of the body, we have what we call the gallbladder. Now the gallbladder is where it stores all of the bile that is made, okay? And it moves from bile into bile salts, all right? Now, the food that we eat as it's traveling down the large intestine, this is where it goes from the large intestine into, and it goes to the ascending colon. That's kind of a S shape as it moves down. And in that area, the food is further broken down, and as it's traveling down, the food is then mixed. As it's mixed in the colon, all right, it then moves down further. You can see right here on this side of the skeleton, and just imagine that this is the rectal area. As it's doing that, the food is contracting, all right? The muscles in our body is contracting, and it's making the food into a liquid. As it's doing that, it's making it into a liquid. It then forms into a solid. As it's forming into a solid, it is now making what we know as stool. As we're coming down, as it's moving down towards the evacuation of the stool, all right, it moves then into the rectal area. In the rectal area is where we get the signal from our brain that it is time for us to have now a bowel movement. So when we get this signal, we then know it is time for us to do this. So as we get that signal, the food moves down into the anal area. As it's moving down into the anal area, this is where it is detected and we feel full. And this is where we get the sensation that we now have to go to the bathroom, okay? So once we do that, we evacuate what we have now started out from the top eating, and now it has went through this entire process, and now we have what we call a bowel movement. So, hoping that you got a little something from this demonstration in this video. Thank you. Have a good day.